Hey you're super. Hey everyone, Merch Hunter Ricky back tonight, and we're talking about Fabricant 100, Chapter 13, which honestly, this is a very good chapter. I wouldn't rate it perfect just because there's one scene, and we're going to do the chapter in order, but I have to complain about this right now. Basically, sorry, I can tell there's probably a glare on my glasses, so let me get rid of those. So there's a scene where the eye Fabricant that we're fighting right now like yeets his legs or like sucks his legs back to his body and yeets them at Fabricant 100. Regardless, it did not look good, and I could not tell what order in which, like, did you suck the legs back or did you throw the legs and then suck them back? Like, what happened in those couple panels? Like, don't do some complicated shit like that if you're not gonna just go ahead and, you know, show us everything in the order at which it happened, because I personally got confused there. But anyways, great chapter, 95% rating. Let's get into why. So, we start off the chapter where Fabricant 100 is basically taking eye Fabricant by the face and slamming him into the ground. Awesome stuff. From there, basically, Ashibi and Fabricant 100 are confronted with seeing that this guy basically has observation hockey from One Piece. Basically, she's whooping out all the stops, punching him, kicking him, throwing a bunch of planks at him, and he like dodges through that. He even gets a hit on her. He kicks her into a couch, leading to a very saucy panel. But what I found interesting about the chapter is the little brief observation by Hugo towards the end of the chapter, because what this fight entails essentially is Fabricant 100 and the eye Fabricant guy going back and forth. He reveals his eye power, and then that's when Ashibi gets the actual upper freaking hand on the eye Fabricant. Because what he does is he jumps in front of the eye Fabricant's kick, and he gets hit really hard. And genuinely, I kind of got a little mad at Ashibi for that, because, dude, you can't be putting your body on the line for firing up Fabricant 100 to make her fight better. She should be fighting as best as she can from the jump, because she should already be wanting to protect your body. She even makes a point in the last panel saying, like, hey, you should think of Ashibi's body as my body, you hack job. And it's a great drawn panel. She looks mad. That is a great way to draw a woman's anger. But at the same time, I have to take it back to Ashibi. Don't do stuff like that, little dude. And I know that the author is probably trying to make it seem like Ashibi is trying to impress Hugo, or that he's trying to take a stance on, hey, Ashibi does understand human suffering, and just because he's working with a Fabricant doesn't make him a Fabricant sympathizer. However, I still think that Ashibi shouldn't have done that. That's just me. That's the only reason why this chapter is rated a 95 as opposed to a 100, because like I said, I'm vapid, and most of the action chapters for this will probably get a 100 from me, just because of the storytelling style of Enoshima. I enjoy the way that he just does not waste our time with overclogged traveling scenes, introducing us to people who don't matter. We even got confirmation in this chapter about the guy who started like 2 chapters ago. He was like shot and thrown down the hill. He had the strength to rip through handcuffs, apparently, and that's why the eye Fabricant selected this family, because probably the sister has super strength too, right? But it's probably a done deal. We haven't even seen the sister since these chapters started, so unless she's hiding somewhere, it's most likely that he had already killed her. But let's hope not, right? What the point of this is, we want as less human casualties and more Fabricant dismantlements. So with that being said, I really like the way that this chapter flowed. I loved how it starts off, like I said, no wasted time, just fighting, some more fighting, a little bit of juicy dialogue, and some more fighting. We get an explanation on how this guy's power works. Like I said, he's basically got observation hockey from One Piece, and go ahead, that's fine with me. I like that he's got kind of like a little Sharingan eye going on, and he was dodging in between what Fabricant 100 was doing to him, and he got a good kickoff on her, and that's kind of all I wanted. Like, he can go ahead and die now for all I care, and it looks like that's what's going to happen next chapter. However, I do like that she said you should think of Ashibi's body as my body. I hope Ashibi was listening. I hope Ashibi takes note of that, because that truly does mean that she doesn't care about him like he thinks she does. So, like I keep saying, the line has to be drawn in the sand somehow. If she is the final villain of the saga or of the series, that would be fine. However, I'm going to throw out a new idea, and I don't know how many other YouTubers have talked about it because I can't find that many people talking about Fabricant 100 on the level that I am. But for the most part, what I want to know is, how would you guys feel if in like chapter 30, chapter 40, however long this one goes, midway point through the series, Fabricant 100 turns on Ashibi because he's aligning too closely with Mortsafe? Remember, right now, he has earned the respect of Hugo by placing himself in front of that kick from Fabricant. And if that's the case, if Ashibi's going to be doing more things like that, Fabricant 100 is going to get more upset. Hey, stop putting your body in danger. Stop putting my future body in danger. You got that, Ashibi? And who knows? What if like she tries to kill him early to harvest the goods because he's not listening to her? Now, obviously, I don't know what's going to happen. That's just speculation, but I do think that's a good idea. Also, I'm wearing this SmackDown shirt because she literally laid the SmackDown on this dude in this chapter. He got a good hit, but come on. She smashed him through like 3 flights of 3 stories of house, it looked like, or at least 2. And I'm sorry, dude, but you got straight disrespected. She might have got caught a leg to the face, but that does not matter. You got slammed through 2 house stories. 2 floors. Wham! You're done. And then the way she's talking to him at the end of the chapter, I just don't think he's gonna last long. Unless they want to go ahead and reveal Fabricant 98 and 99, because I'm holding to that those 2 specific Fabricants will be some really hard to take down Fabricants by the end of the series, if not midway through. But let's just go ahead and say that this was a great chapter. Hugo is slowly learning to respect Ashibi, so most likely after the kill of this Fabricant and the Fabri counter goes up to 25, we're most likely going to get Ashibi and Hugo, with Hugo giving Ashibi the badge, and they're probably going to be cooler now because, like he said, he's a 1-star member. So after a couple Fabricant takedowns, I'm going to assume that Ashibi is going to be officially a 1-star member, if not already a 1-star member. Now, this brings Luca back into the fold soon, because if he's the highest ranking member and there's not that many, I think he said there's like 6, that can't be good because maybe all 6 of them jump Fabricant 100. So we'll see about that. I've been Merch Hunter Ricky. Fabricant 100 is doing really good now, and I really think that if you're on the fence still and you're finding these videos, go ahead and just give the first 3 chapters a try. The whole series will take you less than half a day to read, so if by the chapter 13 you don't like it, then you don't like it, but I think it can win you over in those 13 chapters. Have a good night, everyone.